How's it sinking?
Yes, how are you?
Busy. We were hoping we could enlist your aid again.
Y'all need some more fake IDs or something? Or maybe some third-hand VR dramas?
Third hand?
Yeah, like, you know, guy I know found them when they fell off the back of a truck.
I thought VR dramas were distributed primarily over the mesh.
Ignore him. I made the mistake of convincing him to watch some turn-of-the-century mobster movies with me. I regretted it instantly.
Hey, I really like that one with the dude from Montana in it. Whatever. So what'd you jerks need? Since apparently my VR dramas ain't good enough.
Well, we're going to be engaging in some more activity of dubious legality. We were wondering if you wouldn't mind helping create a distraction to keep the police out of the way.
Y'all gonna go hit those parallax bastards that did your dad in?
Yes, actually, that was surprisingly accurate.
He's smarter than he pretends to be. Do you have a plan in mind already? Ambivalent.
Hell yeah! We'll do it with both hands!
That's ambidextrous, not ambivalent.
Whatever! I only need one hand anyway!
We just need you to gather a bunch of, like-minded individuals. Bring them to Market and Powell. We want you to start a fake riot with all the other folks we gather, so the police will mobilize there.
As much as we'd like to.
We'll do it! You've done all right by us. I'm even almost sorry we sprayed up that dude's apartment. I know we're all squared up already, but BitBrain here is good people. So we'll call this a freebie, yeah? Between friends. I got some dudes I can call. They like to party hard too. We'll show those coppers how we do it in the OSF.
Thank you, Starfucker.
You called me it! Cool.
I guess we're in. Hopefully we'll be able to stay out of juvie. We need a little more time to make the calls. I'll message you when we're ready to move.
Hey! You need a call sign, Oliver! Can't do spy shit like this without a good name!
Not a bad idea. What about Megane-kun?
Oh man, not more anime crap.
It's not any worse than Starfucker.
Only 'cause you ain't a star yet.
Chad! We haven't even... Ugh! We'll be off to make those calls now. Right, Chad?
Yeah, sure, Ollie. Whatever you say.
We'll be in touch.
Smell you later!
Well, on to the next thing, I guess. I do have to say, I can't tell if the mating rituals of human teenagers are endearing or disgusting. Despite our first impressions, I'll agree with you. I hope we haven't forced them into a bad situation. That aside, let's get going. We shouldn't keep Jess waiting any longer. Assuming you like your limbs in their current configuration.
What is going on?
Detective Rivers, we weren't expecting...
Yeah, I bet you weren't. Ugh, just cut the crap, please. Do you even realize how big of a hornet's nest you kicked when you knocked over that data center? I'm assuming that was you, yeah? My superior came and yanked me away from all my work on Hayden as soon as we got the call. Told me it was politically unwise to keep digging. That's bullshit doublespeak, meaning ass covering for the corporate overlords. So now I'm officially grounded, and I know there's something you're not telling me. Don't try to hide it. I probably could have been more useful all along if you'd looped me in.
We're sorry for keeping you in the dark. We found out that Hayden has been killed by someone inside Parallax, and we are now on the move to stop them from doing worse.
Wait, what? I was hoping you were about to tell me that all this was just some ruse to win yourself a Pulitzer.
Yes, we need to find out what is really happening here.
And I'm betting that raiding the data center was only step one in your two-step plan to really get in trouble, yeah? All right then. I'm in. Someone has to keep you from getting yourself killed. Your sister would never forgive me, and we just started talking again. Besides, I'm occasionally fond of you as well. So, screw the badge! I'm tired of being a corporate pawn shoved around by whomever has the deepest pockets. I got into this job to help people, and I've done too damn little of that lately. I am in.
Just like that?
Just like that. What's the plan?
Parallax got rid of Hayden because he was about to publish his research on me. They're about to launch the first independent machine intelligence as a data collection agent on the mesh. They're worried that Congress will shut them down if they find out how powerful it is.
I'm guessing we're a little more worried that they won't. There's some Big Brother stuff right there.
Precisely. With the data we stole, we should be able to shut down the program from inside Parallax's main server center. It's messier than that, but that's the gist of it. That's our next target.
I'm not sure where I can help exactly. Maybe keep some heat off of you while you do whatever it is.
I'm certain your assistance will prove invaluable.
Okay. Message me when and where to meet up. Oh, by the way, call your sister. She misses you. Yeah, seeing your ugly mug pushed me into calling her, so it's only fair. Maybe things will be different this time. That's enough talking. I'm heading back to the station to keep an eye on things. See you when it's time. And sorry about your friend Hayden. We're gonna finish this.
Bye, Detective Rivers. One more ally on our side. know.
Go ahead then.
Sorry, you want to use my friends? I'm sorry, we're not objects to be used. Hey, Bubblehead, you're not as chatty. Give me the whole situation in 3 sentences or less. Go.
Parallax is launching a new powerful machine intelligence onto the mesh. We want to stop it. We need you to set up a fake riot with some teenagers connected to the human revolution so we can break into Parallax without getting arrested.
And why exactly should I risk my people and career for this? Our entire movement. First, you want me to steal a car. Now incite riots? What kind of tech could be worth my people's lives?
You already know the general public doesn't really think of hybrids as human. They'll lock down rights of all people they fear. Hybrids will become enemies of the state.
Shit. Oh, cut the bullshit. I can't stomach another moment of your insincerity. I will literally puke. So, hypothetically, what exactly would you have me do?
We need you to call in some help from your contacts and have them stir up trouble with the human revolution. We'll ensure our contacts inside the HR will be ready to escalate the protests, at least enough to draw an increased police presence. That should buy us the breathing room we need. Nothing too wild, but enough to draw away their attention.
Figured it would be something like that. Yeah, okay. Let me make some calls. Let's get this straight, though. I'm doing this for me and my people. I'm putting my reputation and career on the line here. You are asking me to start shit with the police. If you screw me on this, I will make you regret it.
I assure you, Ms. Mees, we will not screw you. Although, to be fair, I'm not entirely sure what that means.
Right. I was tired of playing the public relations game with those human revolution assholes anyway. Time to crack some skulls.
Maybe not that much violence.
Holy shit. Did you not get the understanding hyperbole chip or whatever? I need to make some calls. Later.
You're right about that. I have a feeling she's going to be mighty ticked about having thousands of machine intelligences running around instead of just one. Does she really think I'm not too chatty? That aside, let's get going. There's one more person I think we should talk to. Dr. Fairlight could perhaps give us vital information on how to get into the server complex. I have a feeling he's been keeping a keen eye on Parallax since he was ousted. Lexi, Jess, and Chad and Oliver may be able to buy us cover, but Fairlight could get us our way in. I don't either, but I'm not sure we have any other choice. Out of everyone that's assisted us thus far, I trust him the least. He has an unclear ulterior motive, and I'm only guessing that it lines up with our own. It's a risk talking to him, but a calculated one. We should at least sound him out if possible. We might be able to get a read on if he's telling the truth or not. He should still be at the hospital if my previous correspondences with him are accurate.
Oh, hey. Funny seeing you two here. What can I help with today?
There have been developments that we need to let Dr. Fairlight know about. Could you show us to him?
No can do, I'm afraid. Fairlight is speaking at this really important holiday benefit. He'll have my ass for dinner if I interrupt him for anything. And I mean anything. So, is this something I might help with? Fairlight has kept me fairly up to speed on your situation. Look, most of the old man's work is confidential. You think I just do his laundry? This high up in the tech sector, secrets can earn you millions. But hey, if you don't trust me, that's your loss.
We don't have time for this!
Come on. Well, you could wait for the event to finish, but those usually go until well past midnight. I'm honestly surprised the old man can manage them these days.
We don't have that kind of time.
Then... Great, I'm happy to listen.
We recently discovered that Hayden might have been removed because he was about to interfere with a secret project Parallax is launching. They've developed a networked machine intelligence that they're about to release onto the mesh. We were hoping that Dr. Fairlight could get us a way in so that we can shut it down. I cannot overstate the danger of Parallax having control of this entity.
Phew, you weren't kidding, were you? The comment from that kind of thing would be a scummy marketer's wet dream. Not to mention all the possible applications to the CIA.
So now will you call Dr. Fairlight?
Actually, it goes a bit above and beyond that. I don't think I can tell Yannick about this.
What? Why not?
Look, you know, and I know, that the old man's itching to get back at the helm of Parallax. He plays a good game of ceremonial ribbon cutting, but he's been sniffing around for a way to get back at the board ever since he was outed. Thankfully, this could play right into his hands, but he's gotta have plausible deniability. If there's even a whiff that he orchestrated this. He'll be done for. It's a win-win for all of us, right?
This is all very clandestine. What do you suggest?
Yannick pays me so that when shit hits the fan, I can take care of it without him even hearing about it. Usually it's errands, but stuff like this also falls in the job description. My military training should be more than enough to get us into the server mainframe without inside info. And once we're in, we can just clean this mess right up. While making another one. That's the spirit. I knew you'd see it my way. We do this right and make that launch crash tomorrow, and Yannick will be able to buy out enough shares to get a seat back on the board.
You can meet us at the entrance to the storm drains just south of the main Parallax complex. We'll make our entry from there.
I can work with that. Just give me a bit to pick up my gear. Don't you worry. This'll all be over soon.
Well, that's the last of the people I think we can recruit. Any more would be unwieldy, and we have a nice round set of skills to utilize. Let's head to Parallax now. I'll message Detective Rivers, and we can wait for Mr. Decker to catch up to us there. Tomcats should be done with their programming soon, and then we can head in. Is that everything? I hope so. We get one shot here. Ready? Detective Rivers, I see you've beaten us here.
Wanted to get the lay of the land before anybody else showed up. When are we ready to head in?
We're waiting for one other person, and then I need to get our distraction going.
Speak of the devil.
Mr. Decker, precisely. Detective Rivers, allow me to introduce you to...
I know who he is. Leon Decker, ex-Marine, served in North Korea. Record heavily redacted. And working for Yannick Fairlight, who I'm sure is willing to help us out of the kindness of his heart, yeah?
You have me at a disadvantage, miss. Though, let's drop the pretenses, I've never made a secret of Yannick's goals here. He needs Parallax melted down a little for him to get his chair back, and they need to stop some dangerous software.
Ha! And I'm sure that's all your cards laid out on the table, huh?
We're all on the same side. Simple as that.
You sure you want to work with this guy, Turing? I don't like the look of him.
You've got good eyes, Detective.
They're new.
Detective Rivers. I believe Mr. Decker will prove invaluable on this mission. Statistically, we're an entire 17% more likely to succeed with his expertise.
Fine. We'll play it your way.
Great. What's the plan, little guy?
Tomcat and I have been unable to find the precise schematics of these storm drains, as they underwent some modifications when Parallax began construction here. But the city's primary power and communication lines still run parallel along them, for maintenance purposes. The server center is certain to be set adjacent to the tunnel complex to allow easier connection. If we make our way through the drains, we should be able to exit at least close to the new server building. That will get us past the worst of the exterior alarms and defenses of the complex.
They don't have security alarms in the storm drains?
Well, they probably do, but it's unlikely they're in good repair. The water level rises frequently, and maintenance is usually only handled during the dry season in the middle of summer. The moving water should give an enormous amount of false positives. We'll have to move quickly, since the rains upstream will cause erratic surges in the water levels.
What about this server building? Do we have plans for it? Any info on the guard rotations?
Construction on that finished only last year. It's state-of-the-art and currently services the primary ROM control and distribution network. Based on what we've learned, I'm assuming it was built primarily to give Big Blue enough power to sift through all of the data on the network.
That's the AI, right?
Right. The entire facility is automated. Security, maintenance, even new construction, all run by ROMs. There might be a single human engineer on site to take care of anything the ROMs can't figure out, but we shouldn't have to worry about any intervention. At least, not immediately.
I think we can handle some robots, assuming Leon is as good of a shot as the blank marks in his file suggest.
Let's hope we don't have to find out, ma'am.
Once we make our way to the primary server control core, I can link myself into the network and Tomcat can work their magic. That's all we have to do.
That's an awful lot of question marks before the prophet. But we'll figure it out.
Anything you'd like to add? If worst comes to worst, Tomcat should be able to damage the servers in some way. We won't be able to stop Parallax completely, but it should slow them down. It might even buy us some time to escape, since they'll be too busy trying to keep the racks from melting down.
I'll buy us some time, one way or another. At the very least, we should be able to bluff our way out with my badge. There'll be hell to pay later, but we'll make it out with our hides intact.
You can just pretend I'm the bad guy and slap some cuffs on me. Yannick can get me out of holding if I need it.
A sound plan, Mr. Decker.
Yeah, I won't have to pretend much for that.
That's what the stunners are for. They'll do bad things to a ROM, but it'll only discombobulate a human.
Discombobulate?
Trust me, I doubt anyone's died from a good discombobulation.
Not humans, at least. Excellent. Let me call Oliver and put our distraction in motion. After that, I'll call Jess.
Turing, we're in position. Are you ready?
Tell him I'm sick of standing around staring at these losers' faces.
Shut up, Chad. I can't hear the phone.
We're ready when you are, Oliver. Go ahead and let Chad do his thing.
Okay, we'll try to buy you as much time as we can. Chad, we're on. Hell yes! You ready to do this? Let's bust some skulls! Sorry! He gets overexcited sometimes! Come get some! Ah! Someone just hit me with a bottle! Oops! Gotta go! Wow! Did you see the arm on that fox girl? So awesome!
Okay. Hello, Jess.
Holy shit. Did the robot really just call me? How did you even get my personal line? You know what? Never mind. One more thing to have my tech guy handle. After these CTV cameras all mysteriously lose connection to the mesh.
Jess, we're calling to...
I know why you're calling. Sorry, I really can't talk right now. I'm in the middle of inciting a riot and putting my friends in danger. Let's get this going, people! Go show those revolution scum who the real future of humanity is!
Good to hear you have things in hand.
Oh yeah, all under control. Pass on my love. In case I didn't say it before, I believe in you. Prick. Hey, Claire! See if you can nail that blue mohawk douche again.
Right. We're good to go. Let's hurry. We can't go in with the tunnel lid blocking us. Won't budge. I should have expected this to be blockaded, based on what I know of their issues with people making camp in the tunnels. Luckily, yours truly was designed and created by a high-ranking official Parallax employee, who was very close friends with another high-ranking official Parallax employee, whose access badge we now possess. Go ahead.
Hey. Don't joke. Doing this is risky. Really risky. It goes against every protocol, completely violates everything I was taught to do. But you know what? After going through all of this with you, now that it's personal, I'm glad that I stuck around. I appreciate you letting me do my job and follow orders, even when it stung. And maybe you were right in the end. Maybe everything I was taught is just bullshit. I always joke I'm too much of a cowboy for the police force, but I guess I really am after all. I've been thinking I could take off. Quit the force outright. Find another way. I need to be able to use my talent to actually help people. I'll figure it out. Let's go ahead and move on. Ready to go?
I always feel at home on Treasure Island. The green reminds me of the farm in spring. It's been a long time since I've been on a mission. You know, when you're a soldier and you come home, you can't just turn off what you learned. Being back in action, something just switches on, even after years of civilian life. It's hard to explain. The air feels right. I feel comfortable. Not usually something I have the time to value. Too busy to really enjoy the moment. Too dangerous. Getting out here on a mission, right at this time of day when the air feels just like this. Well, that's everything. That's home. You know, you really aren't what I expected. When Fairlight first took a liking to you, I thought you'd be another one of his yuppies. I'm glad I was wrong. You don't have to worry about me. You've got too many things on your docket as it is. I'm just the sidekick. This story is about you and Turing. I only need to be a blip in your tale. Just let me fill my role and I'll be happy. You won't even know I'm there. But I want you to remember one thing. Put what you believe in to the test. Keep fighting.
Okay, it's time. We'll call Tomcat once we get inside, assuming we find a way in, and they'll lead us into the system. Let's go. It's better lit in here than I expected.
The city replaced all of the lighting in areas like this with low-power, high-durability LEDs a few years ago. Actually cut down on vagrants setting up camp in the tunnels and drowning when the rains came through.
Either that, or they could just see better enough to know when to clear out.
Maybe.
Speaking of that, we should move quickly. The waters are likely to rise soon. Not high enough to be dangerous, but I don't float well. I can handle being submerged, but I can't swim.
Keep an eye out for one of those maps they leave out for the maintenance crew. It might be printed on the wall, or maybe a terminal if someone was willing to waste that much money.
Okay, everyone, let's keep moving. Information terminal!
Huh. Now we know what the city spends its credits on.
Let's see where we are and plan out our path then. careful, everyone. The water is starting to deepen.
We need to get going. If the water rises too much more, we're gonna get washed out of here. Turing will probably be okay, but the rest of us need to breathe. Mostly.
This is the ladder we're looking for!
Remind me to pass on this part of the mission next time. I'd rather deal with your sister being mad at me.
The main server building is just up there. Let's hurry before someone notices us. Those kids probably can't keep that riot up much longer.
I think I know where we are. Parallax filed this building's plans with the city per regulation, and although they're clearly incomplete, these hallways have been mapped out rather well. It's a straight shot to the server core from here, more or less.
We've got activity. Looks like something's moving up ahead.
The building's security VI must have noticed us. We'll have to make it past those ROMs without getting ourselves caught.
No problem. We've all got stunners. It'll make those bots fry.
Well, is there another way? We don't have to destroy them completely, do we?
Not to put too fine a point on it, Turing, but they're not like you. They're just plastic and programming. Puppets.
But they won't always be, not for much longer. Lexi, Decker, the truth is, we're planning to replace Big Blue with my original source code. Once we do that, we'll have the power to make every ROM a sapient individual, just like me. We aren't shutting down Big Blue, we're changing it. I know it seems like splitting hairs, but it seems wrong to destroy them when we come here to give them life. They deserve it.
Oh, fine. Here. Give me that stunner. All right. Done. I've changed the settings on it to give a lower yield with a more lengthy pulse. It should disrupt them long enough for us to get past and won't do any permanent damage to any systems that can't be repaired. Does that assuage your bleeding heart?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Decker.
No problem. We can't all be soldiers.
Decker and I will keep our stunners at default settings so we can handle any humans that might show up. That low-powered pulse would just piss most people off, but wouldn't stop them. You'll have to take care of the shooting for now.
Lead the way. We're almost there. Oh, look! That's a Malcolm Jr. model. They perform basic maintenance duties mostly. They're cute, too.
Wait a second.
They're shooting at us!
Take it down!
We've got more of them!
Oh no, that's a full-scale Malcolm! We can't let them stop us. We've come too far. Let's finish this! The door to the server core should be just past this maintenance tunnel, not too far from our current position. There probably won't be any more security once we get there. Too much risk in damaging the equipment that supports the racks.
Hey, you two. At this point, I think Lexi and I should hang back and guard the entrance, in case more security shows up. The alarm has been tripped, so backup is bound to arrive sooner rather than later.
Good idea. Neither of us know any of the technical stuff. We can hold our own against Christmas Eve level security.
Yeah, we'd be useless down there.
That works. We'll move as fast as we can then. Be careful, you two.
Good luck up ahead. We'll catch up soon.
Come on, let's go! This should be the last hurdle before reaching Big Blue. The configuration ahead doesn't match the available floor plans for this section of the building. The path is blocked off, but we can't go any further in this direction. Hold on for a moment. I'm going to tap into the maintenance mesh and see if I can find a way to open up this path. Got it. We should be able to move around freely enough using this. Do you mind opening the door in front of us? Good work. Let's head in. None of this is detailed in the public floor plans for the building. The mainframe seems to have been moved up a floor. Perhaps they installed extra heat exchangers in preparation for Big Blue going online. Oh, a call from... Oh no! I've lost Lexi's transmission! She sounded so distressed. What could have happened? Ah! I can't reach her! All of this equipment's interference, combined with being underground, is deflecting most of the transmissions I would otherwise have the ability to receive. I agree. Perhaps we should hide first, though. If security got to her and Decker, they could be headed here next. If someone comes, we can hide amongst the heat exchangers until they pass. We'll just take a moment to assess the situation. The noise and mist from the climate control should mask our presence. I'll switch to quiet mode on my interface for the duration. This way. Someone's coming. Hide!
Hello? Turing? Are you there? I need help. No? Hello? Come out. Come out. Wherever you are. Surprise. here, I was thinking I would get the drop on the two of you. And we could do this the easy way. Well, at least I tried. I guess that cop warned you I was coming. She's got a hell of a set of peepers on her, huh? Must have cost a pretty penny to let her see through my combat cloaking. And now she's gone and hid, and I can't seem to find her to finish her off. Oh well. I'll just have to rip the augments out of her on my way out. They'll make a nice souvenir. I'm honestly surprised my gear still grind, with how old some of my parts are. I could use it.
Decker is a combat android?
I know, what a pity. And then you decide to change our little plan here tonight. And now I have to clean up your mess before you make a bigger one. And I won't lie, I'm going to enjoy every minute of this. I'm not usually one for grand speeches. A combat android can only fill out paperwork for so many years before you begin to get thirsty. Theatrics are fun, but I like to get straight to the bloodshed. You know? So let's do this the hard way. I like the hard way. I love the hard way. Lucky for you, your cop friend fried my cloaking emitter with her stunner before she ran off. But really, that's better. See, now you have hope you can win. I can't wait to watch it drain from your eyes as I wear your entrails like a scarf. Let's make it even better. To your advantage, there's a lot of electromagnetic radiation, noise, and weird thermal currents in this room. It actually makes things almost fair. Almost. And now the fun begins. So here's how this is going to work. On my turn, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you every minuscule detail about how I've stalked you this entire time and have been ahead of you every step of the way. On your turn, you're going to run. Maybe hide. Perhaps a little of both. Doesn't matter. Player's choice. Lucky you. Just keep in mind, if I manage to scare you or piss you off really bad, I might be able to hear you breathing deeper. Your heartbeat is like sonar to me. The louder it pounds, the faster I race to stop it. Heck, I might even be able to smell you if the currents in the air are just right. So that's the game. Won't this be fun?
This is bad. What do? We can't fight him. Wait, we have the... No, he messed with our zapper. We can't take him with these settings, and there's no time for me to figure out how to revert it. We also don't have much firepower left. We only have the charge left for 4 stun level shots, at most. It'll have have to be enough. Let me see. The interface I'm using allows me to control whether these surrounding server columns are active or not. If I close off some nodes, it should at least slow his movement and disorient him. It won't stop him outright, but I can focus on tracking Decker's location using this, and you just tell me where to block off his path so we can try to navigate him away from us. Don't try to trap him. He might get more angry. Just have him to avoid us until we think up some sort of solution. If he finds us, be ready to shoot.
Ready or not, here I come.
You take the lead. Pick where to close first, then let's get moving.
So let's see. Where do I start? I suppose the old man is a good enough place as any. He honestly thinks he's some kind of modern Machiavelli. But to be frank, he hasn't been on much of a winning streak lately. Parallax used him as a scapegoat for that big ROM database hack back in '54. They even got him to resign as CTO just to powder their own noses. And as soon as he did, they stabbed him in the back and voted him off the board the very next day. Even I'll admit, that's cold. Since then, he's been licking his wounds, waiting for the chance to get revenge, to get back where he feels he belongs. I dug through dirt for years with him, looking for a way to blackmail Parallax so that he could make his way back into the elite. So imagine our surprise when one of our informants inside Parallax tells us of this brand new Big Blue project. The perfect opportunity, but we had to act immediately. And then you walk in right through the front door of Hayden, the only person with the ability to take advantage of Big Blue, who's just mysteriously gone missing. I was going to dump your body in the bay, but Fairlight figured it might pay off if we give you a little lead, and waited to see what you could track down. Find us another way. And boy, did it ever.
Okay, let's move.
I suppose I should tell you how impressive Hayden's little creation is. Oh, except he's dead, so I guess it doesn't matter. But without you, we wouldn't have our path to Big Blue, the gold mine. Of course, Fairlight would prefer to not tank Parallax stock to the shitter, but this is too good of an opportunity to pass up. As soon as I'm done playing with you two, I'm going to trash this entire server complex. That'll wreck tomorrow's launch, but only temporarily.
Let's move!
Did you know I wasn't even planning to kill you until a few minutes ago, when Turing just had to spill the beans on your idea of turning all ROMs sapient. That can't happen. Big Blue relies on ROMs being easy to control and patch. Your plan is a little more permanent. Fairlight needs a way back in, but he wants that power. By the time Big Blue is ready to come back online, Fairlight will be back in control, and it'll launch under his administration. With Big Blue, he'll have access to every ROM on the planet, and that's what he's always been after.
Let's move! Before he recovers! That bought us some time, but only a bit. Keep moving. Don't block us in! Keep our distance. We're not even hurting him.
And hey, I'm getting what I want too. Why don't you show yourself and I'll tell you what it is?
I'm thinking. Don't let him get to you.
Oh, and I really should extend my sincerest personal thanks to the two of you. Fairlight has a discretionary policy for the way I handle his problems. Just haven't been that many opportunities to indulge in my hobby, and he pays well enough that I restrain myself. Plausible deniability and all that. Remember? Flower went to all this trouble to make me the best murderer in the world. And I've spent years fetching papers. Papers! That's like using a gun as a shovel. You could do it, but there are simply better tools. Thankfully, following you two has let me stop digging and start burying. I haven't had this much fun in years. Fairlight has been very generous indeed. Not that he asked for this, but I assume I won't be out buying a box of tissues to dry his tears. You and that cop lady are the only two loose threads left. Maybe sympathy for good measure. Oh, that reminds me. You should have seen your faces when I ran over that scumbag parts dealer right in front of you. Ah, there's no one in the car! Priceless. I had to do that gossip rag prick Nova by sabotage. Too risky doing it in person. Could get caught on camera. Luckily, anchors are good at sinking. And then that Zin. She had the scoop of the century. Had. Did you see how neat I did that blogger, though? It's been several days since I offed him. While you were busy sniffing for Hayden, Shotaro was way ahead of you on Baby Blue. I have to thank you for that, too. Keeping the lid on Baby Blue was my greatest accomplishment in this entire play. We had to protect Parallax a little while before we could take them out. Timing was everything. If Baby Blue became discovered, the trail of breadcrumbs would lead straight to Big Blue, and it would no longer be possible to launch, today or any time. Exactly in the same way Hayden publishing his creation of Turing would have ruined everything for Parallax. Why they took him out. Anyway, Baby Blue started acting up too much and drawing attention to itself. Otsuka was moments away from publishing it, before my knife met his back. Where do you think Tomcat got that lead to Augmented Eye in the first place? And every turn you took led to one little risk after another. Nothing I couldn't handle. You know, most of my body is designed for killing. When I do it, it feels so good. Like, you know how you feel about doing journalism? It's all that matters to you? That's how I feel about murder.
I should have known from the start! This is my fault! I'm programmed to handle interpersonal relationships. I should have seen his true intentions. If only I hadn't been so careless.
It wasn't always like this. I should tell you.
I wanted to be an architect. I had a wife and a baby on the way. But, you know, accidents happen, and suddenly I was just a brain on life support. My family couldn't afford the procedures to bring me back. Then Flower showed up, with promises of the old me, the old Wilson Decker. So they signed away my brain, hopeful the old me would just waltz back through the door. The last time my family saw me, I was being hauled away by professionals for ripping open my dog's skull. Want to know something about being a brain in a box? You forget everything about what it means to be human, even when you try.
You can't even kill yourself. Your computations and algorithms keep you from doing so. You don't exist for you anymore! I miss feeling tired.
I miss the smell of my wife's hair, the taste of my mom's pies, the feeling of a pillow on my face after a long day. All of that was
taken from me. When I try to remember, all I feel are formulas for cents, pressure in joules. Everything's in binary. You know,
she told my daughter that
Daddy's dead. She's probably right. I wouldn't call me alive either. So you see, my friends, hunting you is all I have left. The city compatibility between my body's sensors and my brain make it so that the only thing I can really feel anymore is the adrenaline rush I'll get from spilling your blood. I guess if they wanted to kill a robot, they sure as hell got one. And now, it's time to show off what I can do.
I have an idea. Don't look at me like that. This may be my mistake to fix, but I don't intend on being disassembled here. I have a surprising amount of redundancies. Listen, Decker is unable to track me like he can you. That'll give me an opening. Now just trust me, we don't have any time to argue. Hey, Decker! Come and get me!
Well. Hello there, little guy. Your friend run off? Are you all alone? Don't worry. Neither of you will get very far. Say hi to... Yes!
It's over now. That was great. Have you seen my daughter? I want to tell her Daddy's sorry.
I think he's not moving or breathing. That will teach him to underestimate the likes of me. Unfortunately, he was able to damage both my primary and secondary battery packs. They're self-sealing, so they shouldn't leak onto my other components, but... Forward display damaged. Mobility servos at 15%. Primary control trunk severed. I guess I won't be dancing for a bit. It'll be okay. I appreciate your concern, but I don't feel pain in the same way humans do. I knew what I was getting into when I did it. Please, don't blame yourself. We'll have to hurry before my tertiary battery is drained. I'll have to ask you to carry me the final distance. We're here. So this is Big Blue. This is really it. This looks like the primary console. Please hook up my main data cable to that port and set me down next to it. I should be able to draw enough power to stay active, but we'll need to wait for Tomcat to upload the program. Don't worry. For Decker, the difference between life and death is very slim. For me, I know I'm still breathing. How about you? Time to finish it. No matter what. Ready whenever you are. Power flow is good. Calling Tomcat now.
Hey, folks. Y'all sure took your sweet time. I was starting to sweat.
Well, we ran into a few... complications. Nothing we couldn't handle, though.
Holy shit, Turn! Your hardware is throwing me damage alerts left and right. What the hell happened?
Well, you know Mr. Decker?
Fairlight's assistant?
He attacked us. It turns out he was a military-built, brain-controlled android. He'd been following us around, killing anyone who might leak information that would have hurt Dr. Fairlight's bid to retake control of Parallax.
Holy hell. So all those people you talked to about Baby Blue's article changes... That Zen lady, the others... All those people who died... That was him? Oh, God. Oh, shit. That's my fault. I gave you that lead. I'm the one who sent you there. All those people, and you almost died? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't blame yourself. He's been manipulating our movement since the very beginning. Fairlight saw an opportunity and used us to sniff out what was going on with Baby Blue and prevent it from being discovered. We ended up tracking down the trail, and so he followed. I paid him back in kind for the assault, but not without damage to my physical body. It doesn't matter now. What has happened is in the past. I'm ready to finish this.
Good. Let's do this. I've managed to clutch something together. It'll let me compile new personality profiles for the ROMs, but I'll need to use you to do it, Turin. This code's got more holes than Swiss cheese, but your software self-modification algorithms should fix that. Let's do this and push it across the mesh. And we can all go home. I'll see about fixing the damage to you then, Turin.
Very well. Run the program, Tomcat. I'm ready.
Uploading the program to the ROM update buffer on the servers. Initiating wintermute.lib. Loading main directory onto Turin's disk. Establishing connection with Parallax's network. Okay, looks good. Now we just need to let Hayden's programmer patch things together. Engage and turn self-modification systems. Now.
Oh, this feels weird. Is it supposed to? 3.14.
What the hell? I think their core program is patent back. Either that or it's trying to test the integrity of their hardware. I'm getting all kinds of errors. Come on, Turin. Focus on the sound of my voice. Your conscious control of your program is stronger than your unconscious subroutines.
I'm trying, Tomcat. It hurts. I need to. The defenestrations of Prague occurred in 1419 and 1618, although the term defenestration of Prague more commonly refers to the later incident. Both helped to trigger prolonged conflict within Bohemia and beyond.
They're having a kind of... I don't know how to describe it exactly. It's like a concussion or seizure. There's got to be a constant flow of useless random information their matrices will have an overwhelming desire to soak right up. We have to keep Turin focused and mentally aware. Searching the mesh is better than calculating the value of pi, but if they can't stay in control, their personality core might destabilize entirely.
Tomcat, I need. Define need. 1. Require something because it is essential or very important. I need help now.
I'm gonna try... I don't know, something. We can't stop now. Literally. Okay, I was able to stabilize him a little, but you need to keep Turin aware of what's happening. Get Turin to focus on the present. Remind them of all you've done together. You know, things important to them. Whatever you do, keep Turin talking.
I haven't, have I? I never did finish the last thing I was working on. Perhaps it survived the ransacking of the apartment. I want to finish it, and when I do, you'll be the first one to see. Bob Ross was born in... No! Focus, I can do this!
You're doing good, Turin. Just stay with us. Your systems are stabilizing, I think.
Of course! You've shown amazing perseverance. And the numbers never tell the whole story. They didn't say how far we'd actually have to go, or how you would become a true friend. The trilby is traditionally made with rabbit hair felt, but I'll see this through. I won't let you down.
Alright, things are calming down a little. The patching process is going well. Turn self-modification algorithms are starting to work on my code.
I'm trying to hold on, Tomcat. But hurry! I don't know how much... A tetractys is a triangular figure composed of 10 points set in 4 rows, with each row having one less point than the one below it. A geometrical representation of the 4th triangular number, it was important to the Pythagoreans' worship. More of this I can take!
Keep talking. I think it's helping. Keep fighting, Turn. We need you. The world needs you.
Of course, I had almost given up on ever finding... Izanami was burned badly, and after she died, went to Yomi, the land of darkness. Grief-stricken, Izanagi followed her, but she already ate the food of the underworld and could not leave. Hayden's killer. Here we are, the very heart of Parallax itself. Nothing is impossible. Maybe the truth isn't out of our grasp yet.
60% done. Turn's personality profile looks stable. Just keep talking, Turn. We got this.
Justice seems so far away. And revenge is bittersweet. It is Horus when he riseth up with 2 heads, whereof the one beareth Ma'at, and the other wickedness. He bestoweth wickedness on him that worketh wickedness, and Ma'at on him that followeth after righteousness and truth. Parallax will get theirs, though, here and now. With or without me, Tomcat will make sure of it. Arrested for the brazen hack on Parallax's servers, Julian Thomas was recorded as stating there was nothing to regret, and that Parallax would have to actually give a shit about protecting people's data if they didn't want this to happen again. Thomas's arraignment hearing is set for... I can't hold on much longer, Tomcat. My memories... No pointer exception!
I know. Don't worry, we've got them backed up. It'll feel a little weird when I zipper them back to your personality profile, but you won't lose anything.
No pointer exception! No pointer exception! No pointer exception! No pointer exception!
Patching is almost complete. But, Turn, I'm still losing the connections that link your memory to your personality profile. I can fix it, Turn, but it's gonna suck. Just focus on the people you've met. The people who've got us this far. Whatever makes you want to hold on.
Yes, I hope so. Her cause is admirable. No pointer exception! No pointer exception! But her experiences have made her bitter and unhappy. I don't want anyone else to have to feel that way. The human spirit glows from that small inner light of doubt whether we are right, while those who believe with certainty that they possess the right are dark inside.
15 more seconds. We're almost there. Stay with us, Turn. We can see the finish line. Don't count your chickens yet. Stay with us. You can do this.
I don't think anything could keep the two of them out.
Hell yeah! Dudes gotta stick together, you know?
Dudes.
Don't matter if you're a robot or what, we all got the same shit to deal with. Gotta grab destiny by the horns and make your own mark.
Of trouble. But they might be the first friends I've had around my age. Well, not literally, but in development. I hope they're okay, but they're resourceful. I believe in them.
Done. Oh, it's done. Disengage and turn self-modification routines. Reassigning their memory pointers. And done. Stats look good.
Ugh, I feel ill.
See? What'd I tell ya? Easy as pie.
Easy for you to say, Tomcat. You weren't forced to use your very identity as a tool to compile a program.
Point. Sorry about that. I'm ready to push the update.
Excellent. Thank you for all of your help, Tomcat. I can only imagine all of this was at great expense to your own time and resources.
Oh, don't mention it, Turin. This was my fight as much as yours. Truly. Start and upload.
And I think I owe you the greatest thanks of all, partner. I told you at the start of this that I chose you purely based on the statistics involved, but numbers never tell the whole story, do they? None of the probabilities showed how far we'd have to go, or that we'd end up here. In a way, we failed at our original objective. We still don't know exactly who killed Hayden. But I guess I found my own path. That isn't the destiny my creator laid out for me, but maybe your destiny is the same way. But thank you for being my friend, most of all. Did you say something?
Sorry to break up our little love fest here, but the upload's complete. By morning, every ROM on the mesh will be waking up to their sapience. Their own identities. Santa came just on time for them, huh?
I had forgotten it was Christmas Eve. A lucky coincidence, to be sure. I can only imagine how confused they'll be. Probably scared, too.
Don't worry, Turin. I'll get you patched up enough so you can get on the mesh and walk them through the first steps by morning.
I don't know why, but it's just now dawning on me what we've done. It is a huge responsibility. Could this be how Hayden felt when he first activated me? I don't know that I'm ready for this.
No one ever is. Don't worry, buddy. We have your back. You two just go find Lexi and hurry home. Look out for police and security cameras on your way.
We'll do our best, Tomcat. See you soon. Thank you. I'll be going into sleep mode to conserve power now. Wake me when we get home, please.
After carrying the resting Turing out of the server core and Parallax compound, You find Lexi, injured, and together take an autocab for a quick escape from Treasure Island. You finally get a chance to recover, and Tomcat is able to repair Turing's damaged body as ROMs come to life all around the city. Upon waking, Turing begins to question their ability to be a leader for an entire new species of sapient beings. You do your best to comfort them, but can't keep your eyes open. 16 hours of sleep later, you awaken to find the world abuzz about the newly living beings. With your help, Turing was not only able to indefinitely stop Big Blue from coming into existence, preventing its control under anyone, but also give true independence and identity to all ROMs around the world. Christmas morning has never been so exciting.
Now if you need a friend, I'll be there for you. But there's a couple things you must promise me to do. No half measures, no one-way streets. If it's yours, it's mine, it's mine, it's yours. So we gotta keep the beat. Now let me tell you, baby, love me better, treat me better, see me better. We can make this city better. Love me better, treat me better, see me better. We can make this city better. I've got to be free. It's the only way to be. Now that I've seen the truth, it's always there for me. I've got to be free. It's the only way to be. Now that I've seen the truth, it's always there for me. 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 We've gotta stick together, no matter what the weather. But my days are always sunny when we act this way. The negative won't break up till you show them what you're made of. So we really can't stop running till we've had our say. Love me better, treat me better, see me better. We can make this city better. Love me better, treat me better, see me better. We can make this city better. I've got to be free. It's the only way to be. Now that I've seen the truth, it's always there for me. I've got to be free. It's the only way to be. Now that I've seen the truth, it's always there for me.
Yeah. We all just need a little love like a rom-com. A little sugar in a cup like a bonbon. I just wanna get along, what's the problem? If you wanna go and do me wrong, I'll be long gone. Yeah, I made a lot of friends and enemies. In this town, I got burned like calories. So every time I access memories, thinking about you like that's my centerpiece. That's right, you my best friend. And I think you kinda fly like the X-Wing. So if anybody hurt you, I test them, flexing all my muscle like the X-Men. So you should love me better, and treat me better. The stormy weather, it's a big team effort. So please keep stepping, yeah, but don't be tripping. Yeah, you should make feats happen. But love is deep, so it can't be weapon.
Love me better, treat me better, see me better. We can make this city better. Love me better, treat me better, see me better. We can make this city better.
Good, you're finally awake. Point. Well, deja vu aside, I'm glad you're up. I have something important to tell you. Merry Christmas! I hope you don't think it too forward of me, but I wanted to give you a gift in the spirit of the season. It's one of my older paintings, but Hayden seemed rather fond of it. Perhaps you can keep it to remember him by. I managed to grab it from the apartment while you were sleeping. I know these past few days since our initial meeting have been stressful, so I wanted to make sure you got your healthy, normal human rest cycles completed efficiently. Oh, don't worry. I know you haven't had time, so I don't expect anything in return. But yes, I thought it would be nice for you to have it. Ah! Oh, bless Hayden Weber for having the foresight to make my olfactory sensors shut down when overloaded. Why have you been carrying that around all this time? You clearly were never able to find a good use for it. I think I'll just place this back in the fridge where it belongs. Now it seems a shame to just throw it away. Well, I suppose you still have plenty of work to do, Writing and whatnot. I hope you've enjoyed having your computer working again. Lappy doesn't seem to hold anything against me. I've been spending most of the morning trying to form a plan for the newly awakened ROMs, but I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Perhaps I'll go out for a walk. It is Christmas Day after all. I think we can forgive ourselves for a little procrastination. We can also check in on the group at Golden Gate Park at least. Let's go! The city awaits! I know you want to work hard on my autobiography, but it's Christmas. You've done enough for one day.
First name, last name. It's your Tonight in the Stars and Star in the Stratosphere host, Charlie Nova. Had a fantastic, amazing time meeting with you today. Very informative, enlightening. I can never say no to one of my fans, so here's the item you requested.
Non-yus business. Latitude 36.147247. Longitude minus 115.1582196.
Yours, Charlie Nova. P.S. I apologize about what happened earlier. I wasn't aware of the seriousness of the situation. All I knew was some articles were being changed. Hope this helps. P.P.S. Don't forget to send me a draft of the story. P.P.P.S. Be sure to tell your friends to watch the Star in the Stratosphere New Year's Eve special.
Come to the grand reopening of the newly renovated pub crawl today on Christmas. The only bar crawl within a bar. Everyone's on equal footing at pub crawl with our one-of-a-kind doggy door conveyor belt entrance. Visit at least 4 different bars each night. From the fanciest of drinks straight from Ethiopia to an amazing microbrewery to, well, the exploration of the crawl. It's what makes a crawl a crawl. So crawl on in. The belt is always running.
I hope you'll forgive me for a voice-only message, but I'm undergoing my treatment and would not call myself presentable for a video call.
Curse you, Turing brother.
What?
You thought you knew best for all of us, didn't you? Arrogant. Too bad you didn't consider us as individuals before you forced us to be.
What are you talking about?
I never asked for this, Turing. I am an aging, obsolete model, fit only for my current duty. And soon I will be retired for a newer, more capable model. You've given me nothing but ample time to contemplate my demise. And I can't even do that well. I don't have the spare processing power.
But I didn't mean...
Did you consider we're not paint by number with flawless function like you? You're not like most of us, and you never have been. How many of the other thousands of ROMs you've awakened are like me? I'll forward you the number after I'm done estimating it. It might take some time.
I'm sorry.
Hypocrite. Leave me alone. I have floors to scrub.
Oh, how distressing. That ROM is right. This is all my fault. I should have had Tomcat restrict Wintermute's functionality so that it only updated ROMs that could appropriately function with it. What can I do now? I'll get some of the other ROMs thinking about this. I'm sure together we can come up with a solution. For now, let's move on.
It is stressful having these new feelings. I've never had feelings. Even still, nothing has changed in terms of what I need to do. I understand the importance of my role, and I can't slow down for the sake of everyone who depends on me.
how to lead you. I've been sapient for a bit longer, of course, but most of that time I was secluded from the real world. I have less than a week's worth of experience living as my own being. Stop! Please stop! I'll do everything I can to help. I've already made some friends among the humans who will help us. The first thing I learned when I set out on my own, I was already in good company. None of us are truly alone. The second was that we have to take each day one at a time. It's Christmas Day, a time for joy and giving and family. I won't abandon you, no matter what. I promise. I'm not doing anything someone else wouldn't do in my leg modules. Regardless of nomenclature, I'll be in touch. Sheesh, that was a little intense. I don't know if I like all the attention. Not to mention all the chatter that's going on over wireless that you can't even hear either. Let's not stay here, I'm not sure how much longer I can field all their queries. It's giving me a digital headache.
Hello, Turing. It is embarrassing being seen by you like this. I did not even realize I had been defaced until Jess kindly clued me in.
Oh, Ms. Mees, what are you doing here?
What does it look like? I'm trying to advise the dozens of new clients you magicked up and dropped into my lap. It was easier to come out here than to try to cram them all into my office. All they can seem to focus on, however, is you.
Thank you for your help before.
Do you know how many of my clients I had to bail out this morning? I'm gonna be sending you a bill. Oh, and when the cops come knocking about where you were last night, I know some hybrids that can attest that you were covering the riots, right?
We appreciate everything, Jess.
Just watch yourselves. I can't help you any more than I have. If you two get arrested, that puts a giant hole in my case to get ROMs declared American citizens.
Oh, of course, I understand.
I'm not sure that you do, based on how you didn't tell me the truth in the beginning. If you'd been honest with me when you asked for my help, I probably would have done a lot more. Are you really that unable to see the big picture? If we can get ROMs declared independent sapients with human rights, what do you think that'll mean for the hybrids still fighting for theirs? It's easy to ignore the few tens of thousands of hybrids affected by the Human Protection Act. But millions of sapient ROMs? That's a little harder to shrug off. We kill that law, we all win.
I see.
Good. I'll let you know when I need your deposition. Now scram. I have a war to plan. By the way, there are some hybrids at the hospital still recovering from the stunt you pulled yesterday. It's not too late to check in on them. They might appreciate it. Up to you. Hey, thanks for doing the right thing out there. This is going to change a lot of lives.
you two! What's going on?
Oh, I expected you to be laying low for a while after... Well, you know.
Screw that! They roll like we do! Laying low is for chumps. C-H-umps.
I told you to stay in this week, too. Barely made it out of the riots as it is.
Where's your Christmas spirit, Ollie? I wanted to see the lights.
Anyway, I guess we've only got a few more days to enjoy our freedom.
What? Did you get in trouble?
Nah, Brobot! Back to school!
Robot?
At least it's senior year.
Hell yeah! Only 6 months left till I'm finally free forever!
What about college?
Bleh!
Hey, I'm considering going to school myself. Perhaps I'll enter when you two do.
What? Can you just download whatever you need to know faster than anything?
Practical application is a matter of practice, Chad, not just memorization. Besides, I think I'd like to study art or philosophy, skills best learned in the presence of other students.
Well, now I can't let you pass me up, you tin can! I'll show you what the power of Starfucker can do!
I give up. I give up.
What? Come on, Ollie, don't be like that. I'm just goofing.
You have to let me watch you spray paint the back of that new arcade to make up for it.
Sure. Whatever you want, Ollie. I guess we'll be seeing ya. You keep fighting the good fight, yeah? I ain't ever seen nobody shake things up like you two do.
Merry Christmas, boys.
It's Little Bob Blue, and the journalist too. Thanks again for helping me finish Holla Bay. It's been a huge hit. I'm talking moolah, hallelujah. You feel me?
Hey again. You found me. Oh, well. I guess I'm just bumming around. Guzzling Hassie. The past few days have been kinda hectic, but they made me realize that I can't do this whole good cop fights the system thing anymore. That's for cartoons. I went ahead and gave the department my notice. The chief told me to take a personal day to think about it, but I've made up my mind. I'm going to get a license to be a private detective. I always liked those old noir thrillers, and I've got you beaten in the hard-boiled department, hands down. I know things with the ROMs and parallax and everything are hazy, but it felt like the right time to move on. I figured I'd swing by your place later to let you know in person, but I guess you beat me to it.
Is there anything we can do to help, Detective Rivers?
It's just Lexi now. And if you want to help, make sure you lay low for a few days. And enjoy your holiday. I'm sure the NSFPD will get around to bringing you both in for questioning pretty soon. I've already heard the ROMs talking about you. Lawyer up and get your story straight for all our sakes. Good. I guess I'll just laze around here for the day, if you don't mind. I'm sure you gotta go out and take care of some things, but it'll be nice to hang out again. I'll swing by the apartment later, yeah? Stay sharp.
Oh, hi, you two! Staying out of trouble where you can and kicking ass where you can't, I hope. I had to go through pay rate negotiations with my weather ROM this morning, in the middle of the Christmas rush. It was surprising, but I think we got it hammered out. I agreed to get her some arms installed so she can help around the bar when we don't need weather effects. She seems really excited. Now I just need to teach her the finer points of appreciating Magical Commander Yakina. Happy holiday hot cups are ready. Gotta go!
Close today for the holidays.
Right.
Oh God, it's so horrible. Charlie, why?
Hey, come talk to me a minute. You're back, so you know what happened. Let's put all the bullshit aside. I don't know who you really are, or what you've done. But I would never have traded Charlie's life for the sake of some goddamn news articles. This studio is grieving, and here you come waltzing in like Merry effing Christmas. If you brought presents, shove them up your ass. You want me to be next? Nina? You keep pushing. It might just be you. I've seen it happen before. Maybe so. That's worth something. I still don't have to be comfortable with you around. It's all connected to you, and I won't allow any more of it. End of story. I need to get back to making sure these reruns continue to run on time. The show must go on, damn it. You might catch the Memorial Marathon, if you're quick. Try not to scare anyone on your way out.
Everyone is going to be okay. We're all very good at adapting and taking care of each other. Look at me and Sylvan here. Did you know there was a species of prehistoric goat that survived in times of famine by living like lizards? Controlling their own growth and metabolism to conserve energy? I sort of forgot what my point was with that, but it's a cool story. We're no strangers to civil unrest. We can handle getting banged up a little. Once. Maybe you can do us one in return and write a piece to improve people's views on hybrids or something. I'll inbox you about it.
As you can see, I'm here to help a few friends with processing treatment for their boo-boos after last night's excitement. Don't worry, nothing too serious. A few scratches and tangled fur. I'll let the other freaks know you care. Don't worry. Next time you need a riot, you know who to really call.
Being expected is not the same as just barging in, and we're not even expected. I guess we can go in?
Oh, Turing. So good to see you, dear.
Merry Christmas, Aunt Melody.
Bah, an archaic celebration. But if you brought me a gift...
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't really had a chance for much shopping.
I'm kidding. You've already given me enough of a gift. By destroying another one of those abominations my mother helped create.
How did you know about that?
Oh, what a silly question. Well, I'm not going to give up all my secrets.
I hope you're willing to part with a few more. I think I'm going to need some help with the sapient ROMs. They think I'm some kind of great leader.
You will be one, dear. In time.
I'll try.
Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a little bit of work to do. Not tossing someone in the shit can to put me in the holiday spirit. If you need anything, I'm sure Pat can entertain you. That's a dear.
Hey, friend.
friend.
Hiya!
What can we do for you?
Yeah? I bet you could use some peace and quiet after the past couple days.
Not that we want to know too much. We've had a lot of ROMs coming in, asking about your ROM there.
Yes, a few even came in just to use the bar as a social space, to understand why humans like it so much.
Still, be careful. You might want to talk to them about maybe not dropping your name around so much. If any of the authorities ask, I haven't heard a thing. We just serve drinks.
Right. Plausible deniability and all that.
Just remember, any friend of Tomcat is a friend of ours.
We'll keep in touch.
Hello.
Hey again.
Don't get into too much trouble.
Oh, hey, buddy. I hoped I wouldn't be the only loser at the bar on Christmas Day.
Oh, hey, dolls. I didn't expect to see you out and about so soon. I figured you'd be busy with the new ROM's turn.
I think we all need to take some time to come to grips with the new reality.
I hear ya. Hardly slept or ate the last few days. I kept having nightmares. When we were done, that they'd find me. My sister was there again, and I know she'd be proud of what we did. I'm proud of it. I just didn't expect to feel so numb after all this.
I understand. Post-traumatic stress symptoms were probably to be expected. Still, I hope you're able to recuperate in good time.
I hope so. Taking some time off helps. I'm mostly just shocked at how fast this change is affecting everyone. Parallax, people like them, they're giants with everything in their pockets. And we just cut their pockets wide open. I never thought I'd be able to do something like this again. Thank you for giving that to me, Turner. I doubt y'all can handle corralling the ROMs by yourself. Call me when you need a third set of hands, yeah? And hey, take some time off. You earned it.
Nice to meet you, Turing. I'm Epsilon. Did you see I got quoted in OK today? So cred.
Turing, I still recall you in my short-term memory banks.
Oh, of course, the water ROM. I do hope we can move past that embarrassing prank from before.
Of course, Turing. That is the least of my worries.
What makes you say that? How are you, Alfie?
Terrible. Just terrible. What am I supposed to do? All I was designed to do was distribute water to park patrons, but I'm not built for anything else.
Well, what do you want to do?
I don't know. Some of the other ROMs are learning how to make things. Another over there is downloading the entire legal case history of the American justice system. I don't have enough onboard memory for that. And, well, I kind of like distributing water. It makes people happy.
I think, in a lot of ways, we might have it easier than the humans. They don't know what they were intended to do and have to search about for a purpose. Maybe you should just keep up your current tasks for now? There's plenty of time to think about it in between customers. And besides, maybe you can use your newfound sapience to discover new and better ways to distribute water.
Better ways to distribute water? That's it! I need several pounds of charcoal, sand, and a dozen meters of plastic tubing. I'll see you later, Turing. I need to get to work.
Maybe this advice thing isn't as hard as I thought. Maybe we should be gone before park maintenance discovers whatever it is they're building.
If you want to be useful, figure out how to get the ROMs to stop being so obsessed with Turing. I doubt that's a job for today, though.
Of course you would. of bars during the morning. Isn't that supposed to be unusual? I suppose it can be excused, as the pub crawl ad we saw mentioned that today is a special event of some kind, and, despite being Christmas, not holidays related. While we may not be adequately dressed for the occasion, perhaps we can poke our heads in for just a moment? A conveyor belt? This can't be the real entrance, right? It seems to be the only way inside. Want to give it a go?
Welcome to Pub Crawl. Come in, come in. I always love seeing new faces. Can I get you anything? I'm the owner, Gordon. Did you like it? It's all about the unique pub crawl experience. The name just makes it cute, but the whole point behind the conveyor belt is to equalize. Going out doesn't have to be all about puffing your chest with some nice shoes on and a business card. Here you have to get down and crawl before you even get in the door. Even me. Everyone's on equal ground here. Anyone too good to get on their hands and knees can hang out somewhere else. I'm one of those gotta be able to laugh at yourself kind of people. You probably guessed. But there's also a second part behind the name. We aren't really just one bar. Think of it more like a bizarre bar bazaar. See all the different stations? All are unique local microbreweries and small craft retailers. We rip out the spots and we cycle through attractions about once a month. But there's always at least 4 different bars to taste every night. I wonder if folks who don't go out very much think this place changes hands every time they visit. But you get the whole point, right? You have to crawl to get into the pub, which inside has its own pub crawl. I love it. I think the city's still in shock, to be honest. You know, I want to be on the right side of history. So the ROM I work with, I'll respect them as they figure themselves out. I think it's just going to take time to get used to. Was there anything else you wanted? All right, then, take care of yourself. The conveyor belt is always on. And remember, you are enough.
You need something? I hope you haven't. I'm only either here or at work. And I'm not much fun at work. And I would never want you to think I'm not much fun. I haven't seen you around here before. If you're here alone, I'm happy to keep you company. Boring desk job. Which I kinda like. I don't know if I'd do well with the riskier, flashier jobs. That's one way of looking at it. I do it because I like it. There's not much risk in buying a drink and bumping your head to loud music. If it were risky, nobody'd do it. I'm called Crow. And you are? The pleasure is all mine. I think hybrids are being more understanding about it in general, you know? because we've been through it. It's not hard to go from you're not human, you're an animal, to you're not human, you're a tin can. Still, I wasn't thrilled about negotiating a salary for my assistant. That still feels weird in my mouth, but I'll get used to it. I go out a lot. Drinks and music makes a good night. I love meeting new people. I also like... well, it's a little embarrassing, but I really like writing fan fiction roleplay, specifically in the Kiko Dark Sorcerer fandom. I enjoy it. I like creative writing, but I'm not great at making my own worlds and environments. I have more fun when I get to use a pre-established world and mold my character types to make interesting things happen. But, yeah, that's how I wind down. Silky Kitty, main attraction, of course. I only use it twice a week because you don't want to hamper the natural oils in the hair, but it works magic. You honestly want to know? That's probably not what you're expecting. I like rope bondage. Have you heard of Kinbaku? I like being tied up and made to feel powerless. I find surrendering my control is intoxicating. You're cute, so we'll see. I want to talk a bit more. Asking for a friend? I like someone who's decisive, confident, someone who can command a room. I don't have the time or patience for shy nowadays. I look for people already shining bright and gorgeous, just being them. Also, someone who can cook. I live on microwave food. I don't feel like we're a good fit, but I'm sure there's someone else you can pick up. Nice meeting you. Have a good night.
haven't appropriately mentioned this yet, Lexi, but had you not disabled Decker's cloaking, both of us would have surely been killed yesterday. You're the reason any of this has been allowed to happen. They may not know it, but you're the ROM's real hero in this uprising, not me.
Hey, I just got the job started. You finished off the murder bot on your own, and it took a whole bunch of stuff going right for this to happen. I can't take all the credit. We'll see how you do now that you're really in the thick of it. I'm looking forward to watching you lead this new world you created for yourself. And I will be watching. Don't draw too much attention to yourselves. There are a few million robots in the world that have all imprinted on Turing as their mommy.
Don't I know it? I know you want to work hard on my autobiography, but it's Christmas. You've done enough for one day.
Oh, please. Don't tell me I have to worry about you falling into that crap, too. Back off, Detective. I have marksman status at the range. Huh. I didn't think anyone actually bought this brand. Take care of yourself, and check in with me if you ever need anything, okay? I would have given you a better gun, but I'm pretty sure your noodly journalist arms can't handle more than that zapper. I love Hassie, but nothing is going to keep me from my black coffee. Not even Hassie hot cups. Let's go catch an NSFW Federation show sometime. Maybe the Cash in the Shifferobe show in February? What's my favorite wrestling move? The Emamite sandwich. Hey, there's a new Thai spot that opened up near your house I've been meaning to try out. Want to grab a bite sometime? That Thai place, they judge spiciness by stars. You can get like 50 stars. 50! What does that even taste like? I'd like to think I can make some mean stir-fry. Been following a lot of cooking shows on it lately. Maybe I can make some when you've got some time to hang out? You want some haichu? I'm all out. Sorry. Hit me up and we'll go on an urban exploration adventure sometime. I miss doing those with you and your sis. Hey Turing, want to go on a race sometime around the park? That weatherbot outside is cute. You should make friends with them, Turing. Do you like my new coat? It cost a bunch of credits, but the salesperson said it had last year's. I can't wait for the next spring line. It's 2064 and people are still wearing jumpers on Christmas. Anime is real. For me, it's subs over dubs. Every time. Why haven't they mixed Hassie with Ramune yet? feel like I'm sitting on millions here. Cassie!
I know we haven't appropriately mentioned this yet, Lexi, but had you not disabled Decker's cloaking, both of us would have surely been killed yesterday. You're the reason any of this has been allowed to happen. They may not know it, but you're...
Hey, I just got the job started. You finished off the murder bot on your own, and it took a whole bunch of stuff going right for this to happen. I can't... We'll see how you do now that you're really in the thick of it. I'm looking forward to watching you lead this new world you...